Greetings, friends. I hope you guys are doing good. Hello, and welcome to the Secrets of a Witch podcast with me, Sabrina Scott, where I talk all about life, love, healing, witchcraft, magic, tarot, trauma, and everything in between. And sometimes my cats sneeze in the background. I don't know if you guys heard that. We're a very professional operation over here, you guys. So anyway, so hello everyone. Welcome. As I am relaunching for the first time in a fucking long time, my Magic Without Bullshit course. A lot of these episodes are going to be refocusing on what got us all here in the first place, which is witchcraft and magic. And personally, I think that my course is the best witchcraft and magic course on the whole entire internet. It is fucking amazing. It is 24 hours of videos, like more than 100 pages of worksheets. It's fucking badass. It is like the only magic course I have ever seen on the internet that is made by someone who was a university professor designing curriculum at like one of the best universities in the country, aka myself. So it's honestly really fucking good, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later as the episode kind of keeps going. But for now, I wanted to just get into like, why the fuck would anyone benefit from magic? Like, why would anyone benefit from learning magic? Like, what are some signs that you, who is listening, might benefit from getting better at this thing called magic and changing your life with this thing called magic? Right? Because I don't know, like, not to get off on a whole ramble, but I do see, as I said in the first episode of this entire podcast, we're like more than 70 episodes in now, but the first episode was like, why are so many witches miserable? And obviously, if you want to know all the reasons why I think that's true, you can go listen to that episode. And it's obviously multifaceted. I think obviously wherever we go, there we are. Ultimately, we're all human beings at the end of the day. Thank you, Awas. But I think also a lot of witchy folks, like, they actually don't really have a very good handle on magic. And I'm glad that my cat can be my co-host and just chime in and agree whenever I say something spicy. Always a good thing. And it's interesting, right? It's like I see so many people who've been flailing away at this magic thing for like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and they still don't really know what they're doing, and they're still not really getting any results, and their life is still in like the same place. And so today we're going to talk about, okay, here are some signs that you could really benefit from taking magic a little bit more seriously. So my first question, of course, is, and I think we can all answer yes to this, but have you ever felt like nothing, no matter what you do, is going right in your life? That no matter which way you turn, something seems to explode or implode? Have you ever felt confused and exhausted, trying to figure out which direction to go and why? Right? I think this is a common experience for most people, at least at one point. Wondering what changes to make, how to make them, when to make them. And have you ever wondered what to do with this block feeling and how to make it go away for good? Maybe you've never had an issue like that, but like, honestly, I don't believe that. I think we've all kind of been in this place at least at one point, right? And so in my career, you guys know me, I've been doing this professionally for a fucking long time. I guess more than 10 years now, which is insane. But I've been reading tarot. I've been a professional spiritual teacher, spiritual consultant, all of that type of stuff. And in my work, obviously I've heard literally everything under the sun. Nothing can faze me at this point. And I've chatted with so many bright, beautiful, lovely people who have an interest in spirituality and magic and tarot and energy, who have often only dipped in a toe or two or maybe three into this whole magic thing. And then they pull that whole foot like right back out. And these folks, their lives would radically transform if they actually dove in head first instead of just dipping in a toe to learn about how to do this funny little thing that I call magic. And so, step by step, one by one, here are a few signs that you would benefit from putting in some time to get better at this magic situation. All right, so first and foremost, you find yourself hit hard by the ups and downs of life. So one question to ask yourself with this, and like obviously all of our lives have ups and downs, it's just like what life is, but do you feel like you don't have many or any tools or techniques to ground you and calm you no matter what is going on? And so in my life, one thing I love about magic and working with magic is it's been that rock for me, no matter what it is I'm going through. And those of you guys who know my story and know my history, you will know that I have had like a hard time in all caps, like underlined. And honestly, at my worst moments, like my most depressing, horrible, traumatic moments, it has always been witchcraft and magic and my spiritual practice and my relationships with my spiritual team that have got me through that shithole of a time and pulled me out of like the spiral, right? And so whether I'm over the moon happy or whether I'm down in the dumps, it doesn't really matter. I always have my magical practice as a guiding principle, a North Star, a comforting nest to return to at the end of a long day or the beginning of a new one, right? Ultimately, part of what I love about my magical practice and my spiritual practice and all of this stuff that I want to teach you guys, if you'll just let me, is that it helps me feel connected to myself and all of existence, no matter what I'm going through. And you guys are going to be hearing, maybe hopefully not too loudly, the trucks making beeping noises outside, right? And while maybe some people would be annoyed that there's beeping noises on their podcast, if you guys have read my book, Witch Body, which if you haven't, I really would recommend it. Part of what I talk about in that book is finding the magic and the spirituality and the energy and the animism in fucking everything. And that includes the downtown beeping garbage trucks. Or I don't even think that's a garbage truck. That's like a weird oil truck thing that's like beeping. There's construction up around here. And part of my whole vibe with magic is that no matter what it is, whether we're on a beach, whether we're downtown, in all the construction, all the cars, all the, noises, it is all spiritual. We can find magic in all of it. We can find our connectedness to ourselves and the earth in all of it, right? No matter what is going on. Okay. So number 2, sign that you would probably benefit from learning the magics in a more serious way. You sometimes feel disconnected from yourself, your spirituality, and or the world in general, right? So I know a lot of y'all have been interested in magic for a long ass time, but have felt held back for a variety of reasons, right? I've heard it all, literally, from having internal conflict due to a Christian upbringing. And FYI, I do have tons of Christian clients and students who I help reconcile and combine their Christianity with witchcraft. It's 100% possible, just in case you didn't know. So I've got those type of folks I've worked with, to folks who aren't really sure how to negotiate an often very cis-centric, heterocentric, Western spiritual milieu with their own queer or non-binary identity, right? And so even though I've been talking a lot these days about masculine energy, feminine energy, and I'm stepping into a different direction with my own gender journey and embracing the feminine explicitly much more than I used to, which has been honestly fucking amazing. I'll talk more about that later. But I still do understand, folks who are non-binary, folks who are trans, folks who are queer, and who do see like a lot of the kind of typical scripts within witchcraft and are like, that's not really me. Trust me, that was me for like 20 years, if not longer. So like, I totally get it. And so I can teach you if that is you. I can teach you how to make this shit work for you. Because magic is very, very queer. It really, really is. And that's true for the entire history of magic, no matter which way you slice it. But anyway, if you're not too sure how to fit all the puzzle pieces of yourselves, you know, your environment, your beliefs into like that pretty picture with the bow on top, I can teach you how to do that. It is absolutely 100% possible to do that with magic and witchcraft. And with my whole journey, you know, as someone who still does identify as queer, as someone who used to identify as non-binary, as someone who does live with multiple disabilities, making magic work for me and diving deep into making my spiritual practice my own has only caused me to feel more connected to myself, more connected to my spirituality, and more connected to the world and my environment. And I have a better understanding of my place within that. Magic is all about leaning into connection, remembering and noticing that none of us are islands, none of us are ever really alone, no matter how much it might feel like we are sometimes, right? So if you are feeling alone, if you're feeling lonely, if you feel like you're just like a floating thing and you don't really know who you are, or you haven't really found community, or you just feel isolated and alienated, witchcraft and magic can absolutely help with that, and I know because it did that for me. So, okay, the next and third sign that you would really benefit from magic is that you sometimes feel unable to impact the direction of your life. So one thing I really love about magical practice is that it reconnects us to our sense of agency. And by agency, I mean our ability to make choices that are effective, that create change in our own lives. Magic connects us to our ability to impact our lives. That's what I love about it. It's so easy to forget that we can change our lives drastically. The power is within our hands. It really is. And magic is so good at helping us hone in on what we have control over, separating that from what we can't control. Magic, when it's done properly in the way that I teach it, it involves self-reflection enough to connect with our desire and our intention. And then progressing to planning, follow through, and manifestation, right? And these spiritual skills, they echo our mundane life skills, but they also support our mundane life skills in doing these exact same things. Taking the time to connect with what we want and why, how we might get there, is often enough to jumpstart our circumstances, whether we're choosing to engage in ritual or not, right? And of course, it needs to be said, I believe that anyone with an interest or curiosity about magic should absolutely dive in and explore it. Whether your life is in tatters or whether you are dancing on rainbows, I think magic can still be a fucking amazing thing for literally everyone to dive into. If you're feeling amazing, I feel like everything in your life is going good, first of all, high five. And second of all, why not direct that energy into learning something new or getting better at something you're already interested in? And hint, nudge, nudge, if that thing is magic, the time is now, right? The fact of the matter is that none of us has a perfect drama-free life. Though I will say that my life is pretty non-dramatic. We all do have our ups and downs, our challenges, and our hard moments, right? It's true. We've all got these long, dark nights of the soul, weird moments, awesome moments, joyful moments of happiness, grace, and celebration. And we all have moments where we kind of realize that it might be time to pivot. And obviously, we have to ask ourselves, is magic a quick fix pill? Is it a cure-all? Does doing magic mean nothing will ever go wrong ever again, ever? Is magic a replacement for therapy or writing job applications? Well, no, and you guessed it, spoilers, no. So you guys who know me will know I don't do the whole spiritual bypassing thing. It's like, not for me. Magic ultimately and life is still hard work. And so even though we can admit that, I do believe that magic is still worth learning. It's immeasurably improved my life, connected me with my power, connected me with the spirits around me, connected me with my own agency. And it's also connected me with the agency and the ability of the universe to catch me in my scary moments. So does that mean that in learning magic, you'll get to avoid all the annoying aspects of life? Well, like, no. But you'll be better equipped to deal with whatever comes your way. In my happy times, I give gratitude to the spirits and beings I work with, and in my low or confused moments, I petition them for guidance and direction. If nothing is going right, no matter what I do ritual to unblock my circumstances, to clear any debris from my path and connect me more deeply to myself, my dreams, and my vision. And not to toot my own horn, but I can teach you how to make this work for you in a way that is compatible with whatever your spiritual worldview is. People often come to magical practice looking for a new job, a sexy promotion, an extra business boost, help on the dating front, and all that fun stuff. And don't get me wrong, magic can and does help with all that stuff. But it's so much deeper than that too, if you want it to be. Magic can help with healing old wounds little by little. It can help you feel more in control of your life, more connected to yourself, what you want your life to look like. It can help you get more spiritually grounded. And magic, especially when used in tandem with other healing modalities, because I really do believe in an ecosystem of support and ecosystem of care. Magic can really help you get the fog out from in front of you so that you can align with your own damn self, right? You can actually see who you are and what you want and how to get there. So I hope that sounds good. And if it does, I really do invite you to come learn magic with me. I'm relaunching my big-ass online course that will teach you everything you need to know about how to harness the powers of magic for yourself to transform your own amazing, beautiful, precious life. So my course, if you guys don't know, is called Magic Without Bullshit. It's an online course and optional group coaching program for all my introverts. Hello, I see you, because I'm also a bit of an introvert. You'll be able to do the self-study option if you just want to be a little bit antisocial. And for my folks who do want that group coaching, I got you covered all the way from July to December. It is fucking happening. I have not offered this in, 6 months to a year. It's been a fucking long time since I've actually launched twice weekly group coaching, magic teaching for this. So I'm not going to give away all the details on this particular episode. I'm sure I will in another one. I just want to leave that with you guys for now, but let you know that the doors are fucking open and I am ready to meet you. I'm ready to teach you everything that I know about magic and witchcraft in my Magic Without Bullshit course. It is honestly fucking amazing. You can check out all the testimonials, of which there are a fucking lot, on the course website, which is magicwithoutbullshit.com. Again, that is magicwithoutbullshit.com. If you've got any questions about the course, witchcraft, magic, whatever, to see if it would be a good fit for you, spoiler alert, it probably will be, but just send me an email, ceo@sabrinamscott.com. I'm more than happy to help. Of course, if you want to check out anything else about me, who I am, you can do so sabrinamscott.com, on Instagram @sabrinamscott, and of course on YouTube at youtube.com/sabrinascott. No M. I guess there's not as many Sabrinas on YouTube, so there you go. Okay, friends, thank you so much for listening. I hope I have effectively told you why and how magic can up-level your whole fucking existence. I know it did for me. And I hope to see you in my course, Magic Without Bullshit, when we kick off our group calls in July. Okay, friends, much love. Hugs and kisses from me. Bye.